Hey guys, it's Cerulean and Jake bringing to you another little project here. I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't really been uploading all that much, even though I said I wanted to get back into YouTubing. And well, summer's actually been pretty busy to me. I've been taking some summer classes and hasn't been turning out so well in terms of my workload. In terms of the grades, I am passing, so don't worry about that. But I think I could use a little bit of a break from the heavy lifting when it comes to recording. So we're going to do a nice, easy little project, something that doesn't require any editing. Just going to waltz right in, hit the record button, and when we're done, well, I suppose I need to cut out the beginning and the end, but that's not that hard. That'll take me, 10 minutes, 5, hopefully. Um, so yeah, we're just going to do Pikmin 1 here. Pikmin 1, well, all of Pikmin has been pretty special to me. It's one of those hidden gems that people don't really talk about much. And while it does have a big enough fan base, it is a... Is it AAA? I don't know. Point is, it is a mainline Nintendo series. So, it's not like... It's not like a dark horse of a game. It's not an indie game. People definitely know about this, and it's been around for a long time. I'm, of course, playing the Switch version, which came out in preparation for Pikmin 4, which is a blast, by the way. There's a whole bunch of reasons why I'm doing this. And I think overall, Pikmin is definitely something I want on my channel. I'll be doing... I'm not going to read through any of this. I just want to show off the gameplay and have a whole lot of fun doing it. So, Pikmin is definitely something I want on my channel. I would love to do all 4 of the games. And that's going to be the goal. Some low effort, low budget games that I can play and put on the channel. So to start out, explaining the concept of Pikmin, these little things here that will eventually be known as the onions, they sprout out these little seeds, and the seeds grow into Pikmin. So you can see it sprouts up here, and Olimar's going to make this little discovery here. That's who we're playing as, Olimar. I'm sure you've seen him from Smash Bros. We can pluck it out of the ground, and what do we find? Why, this is a red Pikmin. And it goes over all the controls there. So the main idea behind Pikmin is this is an RTS. Every single day, not including this one, is going to have a timer attached to it. You only have so long to complete things before the day ends. And what you need to do is you need to deploy these Pikmin as your units in order to get things done quickly and efficiently. It was sort of my introduction into an RTS-style game. I never really played stuff like... I think StarCraft is defined as an RTS. I never really played anything else. I can't even think of any other games that would be labeled as such. So this was my introduction into it, and it's definitely a blast. A lot of like low stakes. It's not PvP. It's just run around, have a grand old time in this beautiful world. I mean, these are... I know they may have been upscaled a little bit for the Switch, but as far as GameCube era goes, these graphics are pretty damn good. You know, you gotta kind of imagine what else we were dealing with back then to have this running on the GameCube. I mean, the main reason the GameCube did not sell well is because it looked like a toy, and gamers were getting older. They were getting maybe edgier is a way to put it. That's why the PlayStation 2 sold so well, is because it looked like it was a game system rather than a toy. And since people were growing up, they didn't want something that looked like a toy in their room anymore. They just didn't buy the GameCube, so they missed out on gems like this. But to think that that supposed toy could run games that look this good. Now, I know I'm sitting here saying, oh, looks this good, and then you can compare it to some of the modern day games and you're like, wow, this looks horrible. But I'm telling you, I think after the GameCube, when they started dipping into the Wii, they kind of just decided that from this point forward, we're not focusing on graphics. We're not focusing on how good our system runs. We're just going to focus on like fun factor. And that's definitely worked for Nintendo to some extent. But it is kind of a shame that you have games like Pikmin that prove how beautiful a game can be when you like push the system to its limits, especially considering Pikmin 4, which, as I said, just came out not too long ago. That game is absolute spectacle to look at. So I'm sure you've seen what I've been doing thus far, but I've been taking these red pellets back to the red onion, and I've been getting Pikmin out of them. That's how you repopulate the Pikmin. You can also... there's two ways to control Pikmin. One is, as I've been doing, throwing them. The other way is to direct them, which in this game you have to hold down L to do it, and then you use the right stick, and it just directs them in a direction. In later games, this is replaced with charge. So if you're a Pikmin 3 and Pikmin 4 fan and you're wondering where this is, yeah, it's been reworked into the charge function. And now, the main gimmick of Pikmin 1 is that we have crash landed. You saw that at the beginning of the game there. We crash landed on this planet and we lost a lot of our parts to our spaceship. Luckily, we found these little willing servants, we'll call them. And they are, well, they are just handy, like all sorts of handy. I mean, just 20 of them to take this engine back to our ship, which, I don't know if you know this, but our ship apparently can repair itself so long as the parts are in the area. No wonder Captain Almar's so fond of this ship here. So that's going to be the main gimmick, is that there are 30 ship parts, and you need to bring them to the ship to repair it. Pretty simple. There's lots of gimmicks that pop up in between. And I will be trying to play this game a bit quickly. And I'll be hoping that you can just kind of keep up. I'll be explaining things along the way as best I can, but it's entirely possible that I might get moving a bit too fast for my mouth to keep up, especially since I might want to talk about a few other things than just what's going on the screen. I'll do my best. This is supposed to be, like I said, just a project for fun, project with no editing necessary, just a nice quick project that I can throw up on my channel. So at night, we find that the creatures on the land are nocturnal, and they would eat us. We would not survive on the planet. So we blast off into the sky, and the onion that the Pikmin, their spaceship, decides to follow us. So on the next day, we're going to head back down. We're going to look for the rest of the planet, or not the planets, we're going to look for the rest of the parts. However, we only have a short supply of air. The air on this planet is toxic to us, so we only have 29 more days to gather all 29 missing parts. At the end of the day, you get a little graphic that tells you how it went and how many Pikmin you lost, how many Pikmin you gained, left behind. It's a neat little graph to show you how you did. So this video is only 10 minutes long. However, I think that's how we're going to have these. They're going to be pretty short, and I might upload a couple a day since I will probably record these in bunches. We'll see how it ends up. But that's been the first day of Pikmin, and I'm going to be hopping right into the next recording here pretty quick. And I'll see you guys in the Forest of Hope where we actually get this game started. See you then.